Now this right here is an Airbus A350, but something is really weird about it. I mean, the fuselage seems ultra short and it looks ridiculous with those wings that are just way too huge. Everybody, in today's video, let's go ahead and talk about the Airbus A350 that never was, the Airbus A350-800. Which is something that Airbus definitely planned on when they announced the A350 series. This is an article from 2011, and it didn't age very well. Airbus affirms A350-800 future, but skeptics doubt it. Well, it turned out their doubts are right, since the Airbus A350-800 was eventually cancelled. And maybe, to be honest, that is a good thing. I mean, it's good that they kept it with the A350-1000 version and the 900 version, the base one, because look at how much smaller the A350-800 really is. It's removed 10 windows overall, so in total it is 6 meters shorter than the Airbus A350-900, but the wingspan is the same, which makes this airplane look really weird. I've done a good recreation here of this thing, I feel like, and it just looks extremely off. Now this thing, in comparison to the A350-900 that can carry 315 passengers, would only carry 280 passengers with a very much extended range, as you can see right here. 1,000 kilometers more easily. Why? Because this airplane weighs a lot less. But these wings give a lot of lift, but also the fuel tanks obviously stay the same. So we have less weight, less drag, but same fuel tanks, meaning that the range of this plane is actually insane. 14 hours in the flight simulator. This would have been probably the longest range airliner ever, really. Also, I don't want to know how high performing this airplane is. It's going to be absolutely insane. Well, now from the inside, this plane is obviously very similar to the A350 series. It's an A350 cockpit after all. It's just around about 3 meters behind now, and the cabin looks very similar as well. Here, look at my modeling, which I've done totally right. There's just no cabin lighting here. Oh, now I'll turn it on now. And yeah, maybe the cabin is partly broken. For example, this bar that the A350-900 has, I had to kind of kill. So sorry about that. The bar is gone. And yeah, this plane is significantly shorter. It's really noticeable. The distance from front to back really isn't big A350 distances anymore. But rather, this plane is about as long as the A330 series, which is, by the way, the reason why the A350-800 died, because the A330 was just too similar, and rather Airbus came up with the A330neo planes. That's the story of how it was cancelled. Anyway, except the A330 being able to carry more passengers while being the same length, basically, and all that stuff. The A350-800 would have been way cooler in any way. It would have a lot more power, it would be a lot more modern, but also had a bigger wing and could fly for a lot longer. Anyway, talking about flying, let's go and do that. I actually don't want to know what's going to happen, because like these engines are now very powerful. This thing is able to carry, like, this is, we're a lot lighter now. So what happens if we give full power to the Rolls-Royce Trent engines that remain kind of the same? All right, full power indeed. Release the brakes, and oh my, do you see the nose gear just lift up right there? It's absolutely incredible. Look at this. We are starting our takeoff roll. All is good. Yeah, this is an insane performance. Wait, how heavy are we? We are pretty heavy. We are extremely heavy. We could go on for a 10-hour flight now. So yeah, there we go. We can just take off like that despite our immense weight. And look at that landing gear. Yeah. The thing is, basically, we can definitely compare this plane to the A330-900 Neo because they do the same thing. And the truth is, the Neo just has a very beautiful eagle claw. You're not going to be able to beat the buttery landings of the A330. It's called the butter machine after all. So yeah, that's kind of the only point where the A350-800 loses. Also, this plane looks stupid. Let's get the landing gear up now. Now, of course, the landing gear stayed the same. Everything just goes really quickly. This thing just climbs and climbs and climbs. And I bet it flies well because we've got so much wing authority. The vertical stabilizer stays the same. The height stays the same. The wing area stays the same. So this thing controls extremely nicely. So I bet you this airplane lands really well, right? You know what, I do say that the A330-900 Neo, you know, once again, the plane that killed the A350-800, has its good size, but honestly, as a pilot, I'd rather fly the A350. We've got much more modern systems. We've got the beautiful touch screens down here, as well as our ability to enter the frequencies using the keypad instead of dialing them in. That's a very weird thing to point out. By the way, let's go ahead and land. Oh my god, the runway's down there. You know what, maybe I kind of am overestimating the performance of this plane, because after all, it's not that much lighter. It's not that different of a plane. It's just a bit shorter and a bit lighter, but we probably won't be able to stop here, will we? Oh, the noises! Yeah, this is definitely not going well. We are now in the process of just bouncing around. We might need a longer run. I think I might have overestimated this plane by a bit, especially because we're way too heavy. Actually, we're way too heavy. All right, let's retry that again. All right, so I'm gonna try this again now at London City. That's not the most stabilized approach, but come on, we can do it now. Here is the runway. Let's go ahead and touch down. We're at a much better speed now, so we should be able to actually pull it off quite well. And yeah, the sound is not. Oh my god, I've landed without landing gear. Okay, can we please do a normal landing that doesn't end in like absolute chaos and death and everything? I kind of want to do that. Come on, so we can do it. Let's go ahead and land now. Here it is, touchdown. It's gonna be very loud. Oh god, I can not normally fly this apparently. All right, there we go. Reverser set. Let's go full power into the braking, which finally works. All right. Yeah, the good thing is this airplane stops quite quickly. Like most Airbuses, you can actually see the aileron surfaces. Even they go up in order to stop this airplane quickly. There we go. That's finally worked for a start. Good. Now, by the way, while building this add-on right here, I found several issues that the A350 would have faced now if it were so short. For example, the aft cargo door doesn't even open properly because it's actually in the compartment of the wing technically, so that wouldn't really work. This plane is too short, I guess, so you have to change quite a lot of the design, I feel like. Overall, it's probably too short of a plane. I mean, British Airways can't even properly fit their livery onto this plane now. Well, kind of, but it's very close to the wing. Also, this exit is literally over the this wouldn't work. I just realized you'd need to definitely like change the you only have 3 doors. That's actually funny. I didn't realize that. This door is over the wing. That would definitely not work. Let's go ahead and try to land this here finally properly for the first time. So everybody makes sense. The A330 is basically this plane, but a lot of the airlines already had them and pilots already schooled on them. And to reschool the pilots and the cabin crew and the mechanics was just too much work, so why not stick with the A330? After all, no one ended up ordering the A350-800. But it might come back at some point in the future. This might be revived. And so we will have a new baby bus in the skies. So let's go ahead and do a smooth landing for now, please. Okay, you know what? I hate how this plane flies. I feel like the fly-by-wire is not set up for this short of a fuselage. I can definitely kind of feel like a problem here. What in the world? I'm not able to land this airplane properly. I wanted to make a smooth landing. It's just, I'm just not able to do it. Anyway, let's go full power. After all, this plane doesn't weigh much now, so we should be able to stop. Sort of like an extreme test, and that actually, at least that worked. So everybody, the dead A350-800. Thank you guys so much for watching this short video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James DeRom, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijutsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.